my name is Shannon Skelcher and I am an online elementary teacher at Wyoming Connections Academy. I currently teach 5th and 6th grade and I am responsible for all subject levels. I also help with marketing efforts throughout the state as well as events throughout the state. I started with Boise State in 2010 when I took an online teaching course that was recommended by Connections Academy. I decided to continue on and pursue my Master's of Educational Technology, and I am delighted to be here today in my final semester, and hopefully I will be graduating this spring with my Master's in Educational Technology. I've had a great journey at Boise State University and I have learned so much, and I've appreciated being a part of the program. Within this website, you're going to see a collection of all the different artifacts that I have completed that meet the AECT standards. You'll also see a rationale paper which will talk about how those artifacts directly relate to the different standards. But within this video, I would actually like to highlight 3 specific items and why I believe that they are the top artifacts that I have completed in my time at Boise State. I hope you will enjoy watching this because I will enjoy showing these different items to you. Thank you. When I was looking at different artifacts that I wanted to highlight for this video, this one definitely jumped out at me. It is my EdTech 502, the Internet for Educators website. And this page in particular is kind of a hub for all the different projects that I created during this course. I really enjoyed working in this course. I learned a lot from it. I had had experience working with HTML, but I'd never done anything with CSS and Adobe Dreamweaver. So I really enjoyed getting the opportunity to learn those new tools and also to be creative and get to kind of play around with different colors and images. It was a lot of fun. So here you'll see all the different projects and links to those projects. I just want to highlight some of these different assignments for you today. And the first I'd like to start with is my plagiarism scavenger hunt. And the reason I want to highlight this page is because it is one that I still use with my classes today. As you can see here, it has a link to an outside resource, What is Plagiarism? And it has a worksheet for the students to complete that looks at that article and has them answer different questions about the article so I can make sure they are understanding what they are reading. In addition to filling out the worksheet, they are asked to complete the honor code, which is a requirement of our program. So I'm really getting to hit 2 birds with 1 stone here. The students are getting to learn about plagiarism and are also filling out that honor code, which is incredibly useful to me. What I like about having this as a web page is that I can send this to students at any time in the school year. One fear that I have is that students who start later in the school year won't get the same information as those who start at the beginning. So web pages like this really help me make sure that they are getting the same exact information and that they are completing the same tasks, such as completing the honor code. Another web page that I wanted to highlight is my mobile learning activity. This is my first time creating a mobile-friendly website, and it's incredibly vital that we start creating these mobile-friendly pages because so many of our students and just our audience in general are using those cellular devices and tablets to access these different web pages. So it's important that they're mobile-friendly as well. I decided to do a webpage on Fort Laramie, and the reason I wanted to do this for a field trip was so that they could actually access the webpage during the field trip. If they had their cellular device, they could pull it out, look up the information right when they're there. So this was a lot of fun to get to learn, and it was definitely a new task for me and one that I find incredibly valuable now after I've done it. The last web page that I'd like to highlight is my web quest. And for this web page I used a template. It was a Sherlock Holmes web quest, and all of my information is included in these links over here to the left. The students can see the different tasks that they have to complete, the process in which they should complete them, the evaluation, what they will be graded on, And I also included a teacher page in case there is a teacher that comes across this website and would like to use it for their class. This was a very large project. It was our final project, and I really enjoyed putting it together. We really had to look at the big picture while creating this project and then put the pieces together, which was fun to do. So this is my website and a view of some of the web pages that go along with it. It was a very fun course, and I learned a lot from it and really enjoyed being a part of it. Thank you. One of the artifacts that I really wanted to highlight was my YouTube page that I created for the course YouTube for Educators. And I took this course very early into the Masters of Educational Technology program, and I really enjoyed it. It was a great first elective to have. I got to create a YouTube page, which I did not have before. I got to create videos and playlists, and it was all very interesting and very fun, and of course very creative. So over here on the left you can see the different videos that I created. There are several videos with the title Important Dates, and this is my final project that I created for this course. It is a Jeopardy style game, and I only did one column of questions, which was important dates, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. And so if they go into this video, they can actually click on the amounts and then answer questions that are linked directly to that playing board. And then of course I have my tutorial video, which is how to make salt dough, and my ABC chant chart and my blends chart. I really enjoyed the opportunity to create these videos. It was my first time working with iMovie, which was really fun. I'd always been a PC girl before that, and I'd just gotten my first Mac, and so I really got to learn quite a bit from this new program. And the salt dough video kind of has a funny story attached to it. I was creating salt dough for one of my classes, and I wanted to show my students how to make it. And I wanted to practice before, and I knew I had a upcoming video due, which was a tutorial video. So I thought, well, why don't I go ahead and record it, and we can use that for my tutorial. And so I just grabbed all my supplies, grabbed my video camera, and started recording. And it was kind of boring to listen to me talk, so I completely cut the audio, put on a track that was part of iMovie in their GarageBand, and I added little captions at the bottom about what you needed to do. And what I found kind of amusing about this video is I did not expect anyone to watch this. I made it public, but really I didn't expect anyone to take it very seriously. And this has definitely been my most popular video. It has 20,000 views, 20,918 to be exact. And I received comments almost weekly from this video. I did not open up comments. I said that they had to be monitored. And so I receive emails almost weekly saying a new comment was left for you. And so it's neat to see that people are watching this, people are responding, I'm getting to interact with an audience. And so that was a very unexpected twist of creating a video for this course, was that it would get such a large audience, which is fantastic. If we go up here, another portion of this course was to create playlists that are assessing these different domains. We have the psychomotor domain, the affective domain, and the cognitive domain. And I really enjoyed putting these playlists together. We had to find different videos on a specific concept and then collect them within these playlists. So I'm going to click on the cognitive domain, which has different videos about place value. And so these playlists have been incredibly helpful because I can still use them in my class today. Place value is always a tough concept for the students, and so I have these videos right here ready to go. I can either send the students the playlist, or I can just pick a particular video from the list and show it to them, which is really helpful and really nice. And I expect once I have completed this program that I'll have a little more time, and I want to create more playlists so I can just have those videos at hand and be able to give them to the students right away. So this is my YouTube channel. Again, my username is Shannon Skelcher if you want to view it again, and it is also linked on my AECT artifacts table. It was a lot of fun to create, and it's definitely one I will use in the future. For my final artifact, I chose my summative evaluation report of Study Island as a pause preparation program. And this was for EdTech 505. It was our final project. And the reason I picked a paper to highlight was because it was the single most difficult project that I had to complete in the Masters of Educational Technology program. I know there are more visually stimulating projects that I could be showing, but I'm very proud of the work I did with this paper because it was so difficult for me. Now, with that said, it was difficult, but I definitely learned the most from this project. Once I got through it, I learned a tremendous amount. So just to kind of review what this project is about, is I did an evaluation of Study Island, which is a program that we use for preparation for our standardized state test, PAWS. And this program, we do actually use it in our school, and it kind of gets a bad rap. The teachers aren't impressed with it, the students aren't impressed with it, and so I wanted to look and see whether there was any correlation between the students' work in Study Island and their PAWS results. So I went in and I picked a sample of students, and I kind of looked at the work and the effort they put into Study Island and whether that correlated with their PAWS math results. I didn't get a strong correlation, unfortunately. I was only able to use my students from that previous year, and due to withdrawals and turnover, there was only a small sample I could use here. But I did put the results in here, and I shared it with my staff, and they were so interested in it that they actually asked me if I would be willing to do a larger evaluation of the program using all the grade levels that are tested for PAWS. And so I would be interested to see if I could find a correlation based off those larger numbers, because as you can see here on the table, those who participated in Study Island usually did proficient or advanced, which is good, but then we have some of those outliers that really throw us off. Student B in particular, she was below proficient in Study Island, which means she probably didn't participate well and didn't score well, and then she went down to basic, which is unfortunate on PAWS. And then student J was basic in Study Island, which means they probably didn't do a whole lot, and they were still proficient on PAWS. So it'd be interesting to see how those older grade levels really affect these results. In addition to looking at the data, I also did a survey to look at how teachers are utilizing Study Island and student attitudes towards Study Island, because if we have a student in there who just isn't using it, doesn't care, blows it off, we don't want those to tamper with our results. So I created a survey using Google Docs, and the students went in there and submitted their results, and so did the teachers. And what was interesting about the teachers that I got to share is nobody uses it the same way. And so in my presentation to my staff, I really emphasized that we need to streamline this process because we are not going to get the same results if we're all using it differently. And we've really strived this school year since these results came out to really kind of make sure that we're doing similar things with Study Island and that there's kind of a set process for how these assignments are assigned and how we will require students to use it. This project was very useful to me. Like I said, I really struggled with it, but what was nice about this course was that we really utilized the message boards in it. I wasn't the only one struggling. Other students were struggling as well, and we could go into the message boards, bounce things off each other, and bounce things off our professor, who was also very active in that course, and kind of find the right answer together. So it was nice to see that I wasn't alone in my struggles, and it was nice that I had my peers to help me get through this course. In conclusion, I just wanted to again thank you for taking the time to watch this video and to take a look at my portfolio website. If you have any questions or concerns, you can find my contact information on the home page of my portfolio website. You can access me via email, or if you'd like to connect through LinkedIn, I have a link there as well. I have really enjoyed my time here at Boise State University. I have learned so much, and I hope that's reflected in my portfolio. I have really enjoyed my time here, and I'm looking forward to the future. Thank you again.